Morning, Southeast Texas. Pretty quiet morning weather-wise across the area on our Roofing 911 Skycam network over in Orange, sponsored by the Horseman's Western Store. Started out this morning in the upper 60s in a few spots, especially in some of the rural outlying areas. Get outside of Beaumont, had some pretty comfortable lows. Had some drier air working in from the east from Louisiana as well, so we're not expecting any shower activity today. Any showers do develop, be mainly along the coast, and even there be very, very isolated. But moisture levels will begin to slowly increase as we head into the weekend, which we'll talk about coming up a little bit later. And our Roofing 911 Skycam network here in Beaumont, sponsored by Packard & Bray. We have mostly sunny skies. Nice morning across the area, temperatures in the mid 80s, and of course we'll warm into the lower 90s coming up this afternoon with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And temperatures in the Beaumont area this morning dropped into the low 70s across the area. We had anywhere from around 70 to about 73 or 4 in around the city this morning. Once again, you get outside the city, you have those temperatures being a little bit cooler. It should be pretty pleasant again tonight too. Looking for some 60s up in the lakes area for lows to the lower 70s here in the Triangle. Humidity not too bad, reasonable levels anyway. And our other camera outside our 12 studios here, sponsored by Mid-County Plumbing. Just a few puffy cumulus clouds there. It's going to be mostly sunny, becoming partly cloudy, but we'll keep rainfall out of the forecast coming up for this afternoon. Some drier air, a little stable air coming in from Louisiana. That'll change, as we said, a little bit over the weekend as moisture begins to come right back off the Gulf. So there'll be a little more humidity over the weekend and a slight chance of rain tomorrow and scattered showers up to 30% on Sunday and Monday ahead of a weak front that will arrive on Wednesday of next week. So pretty pleasant afternoon. Weekend's not going to be too bad. Let's go to now southwestern Louisiana and our Roofing 911 Skycam over there, over in Lake Charles. Same picture there. Very quiet weather-wise, mostly sunny skies. No rain expected in southwestern Louisiana either this afternoon. And they should reach into the lower 90s as well. With decent humidity levels. Won't be too bad out there this afternoon. And over in southwest Louisiana, you'll be dropping down into the lower 70s as well, coming up overnight tonight into Saturday morning. And then you'll have southeast winds over there tomorrow, just like here in southeast Texas tomorrow as well, bringing that Gulf moisture right back in off the Gulf. And let's make a stop up in the lakes area. Our Roofing 911 Skycam network up in Jasper, sponsored by Provalis. Look at that, not a cloud in the sky up there. Very, very nice, quiet weather-wise expected today. Nothing going on. That's good news because, of course, we have high school football tonight. Things look good for that, and I believe that'll be the 4th week in a row we've had with no rain to deal with. That's good on Friday nights. Although it is still very dry, we can still use some more rain even after the storms we had a couple of nights ago. And the coverages will slowly increase beginning this weekend on in toward the middle part of next week. But nice weather out there today up in the lakes and over in Orange as well. That camera sponsored by the Horseman's Western Store. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies expected this afternoon. And humidity levels will be pretty comfortable later today. Be very, very nice across the area compared to what we've seen over the past several weeks. Drier, stable air coming in from Louisiana this afternoon, kind of helping us out a little bit. Temperatures right now running in the mid 80s, 85 Beaumont, 86 in Orange, it's 84 in Lake Charles, Kirbyville, one of the warmer spots, as well as Woodville, the upper 80s there. It's 86 in Jasper, and out to our west, temperatures running in the upper 80s as well. So temperatures for highs, our average high temperature for right now, this time of the year, should be around 89. So we're still going to be running around, let's say 2 or 3 degrees above that coming up for the next few days, 2 or 3 degrees above normal for highs. Then we'll see a weak front work in on Wednesday of next week, getting us back down to at least normal levels. It doesn't look like a strong front at all, looking out toward the middle part of next week. But running in the mid 80s now, we'll be in the low 90s this afternoon, running around 2 or 3 degrees above normal. Allergy report, well, it's not great either, especially in the weed. The ragweed and the mold, when it's in that high category, that's not going to be changing much either over the course of the next couple of days. The grass, not too bad. Reason being, we've had a little bit drier weather over the course of the last couple of weeks, and that'll pick up as well a little bit as we start seeing more showers across the area beginning Sunday on into next week. So seen it worse. We'll see what happens there over the last couple of days. All right, satellite radar across the region. Just a few showers to our south in the Gulf. That's where the moisture's at, is offshore. We're fairly dry here locally. Some drier, stable air coming in from Louisiana today, keeping most areas dry. Showers and thunderstorms along the Red River. These are weakening into Arkansas. That's along a weak front and an upper level disturbance. It is diving to the southeast, but those will weaken well before they reach the lakes area. So things look pretty dry in the lakes this afternoon as well. Otherwise, high pressure off to our southwest over Mexico in control. A few showers across parts of far western Texas, portions of New Mexico this morning, but across much of the state, nice and dry this Friday morning. Notice off to our east, very stable conditions, things looking good. Now, as we talked about a few minutes ago, as we had it start tomorrow into Sunday, we'll start getting winds back off the Gulf. So our humidity will start coming back. Moisture levels increase. We may have a few isolated showers tomorrow. That coverage around 10%, but it jumps to a 30% coverage, as we've been saying, coming up on Sunday and Monday. As moisture increases off the Gulf, just be scattered summer type showers coming up early next week. And then eventually we'll see a weak front come down on Wednesday now of next week, giving us a little bit better chance of those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Futurecast this afternoon, well, we're looking at highs to be in the low 90s. Some areas topping out around 90, 91. Looks to be the average coming up later today. Maybe a shower or two along the coast, but the coverages there will be less than 10%. And any showers north of the lakes area should weaken well before they reach the lakes area this afternoon. Otherwise, pretty warm. So low 90s coming up later today. And the weather looks pretty good tonight as well. Notice the little red arrows there. The southeast winds already beginning to return off the Gulf. Overnight, they'll be very, very light though. And tonight, this evening, around 82. So we'll start cooling off a little bit as we head into the evening hours as the sun begins to set, but still kind of a warm night coming up for high school football. 82 at 7 p.m. And then as we head toward 10 p.m. tonight, mostly clear. Temperatures in the mid 70s, not too bad there. And like we've seen the last couple of mornings, that drier, more stable air in place, we're seeing some 60s for lows in a few spots. I think we'll see that again up in the lakes area in the morning. Very, very comfortable, and right around 70 to 72 yet again in the triangle. So not too bad temperatures, but even those lows are actually right around normal, 69, 70, the normal low temperature this time of the year. It's just the daytime highs that we're seeing 2 or 3 degrees above normal here lately, and that's going to continue at least for a few more days. And then as we head into the afternoon tomorrow, up to 88, already some upper 80s by noontime tomorrow. And the rain coverage tomorrow, 10%. We start getting a little bit of moisture back off the Gulf of Mexico. And once again, even for your Saturday, about like today, it'll be a little more humid though tomorrow and into the weekend into next week. And we will have a few more showers than we've had here lately as well. Tomorrow evening, temperatures beginning to slide on down as we get closer to sunset. Things still look good in the tropics. Of course, Gabrielle, everything out to sea will not be an issue at all for the United States. Of course, the Caribbean's quiet and the Gulf's quiet as well. Notice much of the Atlantic's pretty quiet. Starting to see another flare up south and southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. There's some potential in the next 3 to 4 days. Something may develop southwest of the Cape Verde Islands, so we'll continue to watch that area over the course of the next week as everything tends to work on off to the west. But we're in great shape. I think we're going to end the month of September with no tropical activity in the Gulf of Mexico. So that is certainly some good news there. Let's show you the track on Gabrielle. Has increased a little bit. That's wind speeds up to 65, moving on off to the northwest around 12. Sharp turn to the north and northeast. You can see how far off the east coast that is. So no issues at all for the United States. It's great news. And you can see kind of a glimpse of the Gulf, how quiet, Caribbean quiet. But of course, we'll be watching those waves out in the far eastern Atlantic too. But we're almost getting so late in the season, something moving all the way across from Africa to get in the Gulf, those chances are looking better and better of that not happening. So that's some good news there. But still plenty of season to go, and we'll continue to watch that. But of course, Gabrielle Just be mainly just a problem for the shipping offshore in the Atlantic. All right, the marine forecast for heading down to the beach this weekend looking pretty good. A little more humidity. Temperatures will be around 90 along the beach. We'll have light easterly winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. That water temperature at 89. And now right now at Texas Point, at east wind 11, some gust 14. Next high tide will be at 3:45 in the morning, 1:57 in the afternoon. Next low tide will be at 8:49 and then again at 8:43 tomorrow evening. And these days continue just to get shorter and shorter. 7:03 the sunrise, sunset at 7:16. Shorter days as we get closer to fall. All right, your forecast for the lakes. Inland southeast Texas and the Triangle, partly cloudy this afternoon, some low to mid 90s up in the lakes and here in the Triangle, and also inland southeast Texas, and the medium gray here, lower 90s, low 90s here in the Triangle as well, with those light easterly winds. May become southeast late today as a weak sea breeze tries to develop later this afternoon. And as we head into tonight, mostly clear, no rain expected overnight. Pretty comfortable when you wake up Saturday morning, mid to upper 60s in the lakes area, upper 60s right around 70 in inland southeast Texas, and for the Triangle, lower 70s coming up for tomorrow morning. So not too bad when you wake up on your Saturday. And then as we head into tomorrow, as we said, a little more humidity tomorrow and a 10% coverage of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm on your Saturday. The coverage is only 10%, so that's isolated, but scattered on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Scattered showers, a few thunderstorms returning. The coverage around 30%. So just hit and miss scattered showers, nothing widespread. Highs will continue to be in the lower 90s, lows in the 70s. And then as we head toward Wednesday, middle of next week, a weak front works in, so we'll have a 50% coverage there. Of course, our computer models have slowed down a little bit since yesterday. They change daily anyway. There'll be another change, I'm sure, this afternoon on timing or something. Always happens, but scattered showers on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, scattered on Wednesday, upper end scattered, half the area seeing some showers. A little bit cooler, mainly just due to rain and some clouds on Wednesday at 50%. Then hopefully some drier weather again by next Thursday as the system moves on out. So feel free to text us. We'll put up that number. You can text us at 409-749-9302, and we will get back with you as soon as we can. Of course, got any weather questions, we will answer those. And questions about the weekend or the tropics or any big rain chances coming up. Of course, we just showed you the 7-day, and we'll look at Futurecast here in just a moment. But 409-749-9302. Feel free to text us a message. We will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, let's go back to Futurecast. A lot of folks heading out to high school football this evening or any other outdoor plans. It's looking pretty good. We'll top out in the lower 90s. One or two very small showers may develop, but I think it'll be south of Interstate 10, closer to the coastline, less than a 10% coverage though. And then as we head into this evening, things look pretty quiet. Temperatures will be in the low 80s by 7 o'clock. And then as we head throughout the night, we drop into the 70s throughout the night with drier air in place. And as we head toward morning, we're going to have very comfortable, some 60s again in the morning up in the lakes area, right around 70 along Interstate 10. So if you're out early on your Saturday morning, enjoy the nice feeling because the humidity does start coming back tomorrow. It's not going to feel as good Sunday morning and each morning next week. It's going to be very humid as the moisture comes back off the Gulf, and that'll lead to some scattered showers and thunderstorms as we showed you a while ago on the 7-day forecast at 30%.